It's to you. Kev Gills, I got you on me. Yeah, man. Welcome to the You Have a Seat. The only professor applying pressure when he teach. Big cloud in these YouTube streets. I cheat like Wiz Khalif. Call it in if you gon' speak. Press 1 when you checking in. I got the merch, copper coffee, a kush shirt. Support the brand if you support the man. With the spirit of Steve Coakley, they can't hold me. Back them down and fade away on them like I'm Kobe. Only straight shooter on this computer. Who else you know gon' bring it to your real truther? Hallelujah. More haters, more moderators. Get yourself timed out for making outlandish statements. Yeah, ain't no playing. Bungalow 54 is where you go with the herd. I got no patience. Either for God or you love Satan. It's reclassification over entertainment. It's to you. Everybody wanna have a school, but it's for you. Care less what a hater say you do. It's for you. Press 1 if you support, if you don't press 2. It's for you. Teach nothing over here but the living true. It's for you. Press 1, press 1, press 1, press 1. 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 Everybody wanna have a school, but it's for you. Care less what a hater say you do. It's for you. Press 1 if you support, if you don't press 2. It's for you. Teach nothing over here but the living true. It's for you. Press 1, press 1, press 1, press 1. Press 1, press 1, press 1, press 1. Press 1, press 1, press 1, press 1. Press 1, press 1, press 1, press 1.
This morning, ready for class. Yeah, you see who up this morning, ready for class and ready for another beautiful journey. Ready for another beautiful journey. We're going back to the land before time. Hold up, back to the land before time. I know y'all finna celebrate Saturnalia. I know that's what's on y'all mind, press what? I know they watching every conspiracy, including Erica's book called Stop God or something of the sort. Press 1. This world is just uncovered. It's just a blessing to come alive. Forget be alive. It's a blessing to know and understand and comprehend what it means to come alive and unmute yourself. Press 1. Now we're finna see just how many people in 2026 come alive. That's what we finna see. We know who going down with the ship. You, press what? You, they hit the like with you, your black ass. We know who going down with the ship. So we kind of know our good friends over there who call themselves Moors and this one and that one. They have a whole life of get back. They got to get back to. Press what? My man, my people with the contracts out there. Shout out to the people doing their homework. It's going to show, as I said, everybody has a reason. And if you don't got no reason, I don't know what you doing here. I am not a regular person for the internet, as you can see. Hit the like button. No, sir. It's a fact. It's a fact. It's a fact. You got to get with it or get lost. Hit the like button and subscribe. I'm not talking. This isn't for everybody. This isn't for the Moors. Shout out to them, but not so shout out to them. Not so they always up to no good. And they assisted the white man in the penal colonies, and they trained them up on how to be slave master over you and to keep you more or dead in the law. If you guys know what more actually meant, you would know exactly what I mean. They are no different than the white man. The French Moors, the Moroccan Moors, the African Moors, the Arab Moors, they're just Moors for the white man. People who have pledged for the army of the dead. Impress one. They are the people who vow to die instead of instead of standing upright in the republic. These are the people and their children too. Oh yes, their children too. Children of Cain is what I call them. You may call them Esau or whoever you want to. I call them the children of Cain. Nimrod heads. Press what? The hunter of men. I call them Nimrodians. People of Nimrod descent. I just want to be very clear, so I don't get no text messages in the morning talking about they writing books. I don't know who this is. I don't know who you are, but y'all out here talking about y'all got a book and y'all working on your book, and I see the title is called The Tale of the Misplaced Identity. Press one. And the first sentence, I was born. Press one, I was born on an X and didn't even know it. How y'all writing books and I'm not even finished? So listen, y'all. Y'all in I was born with an X I didn't choose. Hold on. How you know what you chose? Wait a minute. Everybody chill out. I have to block my own Google Hangout number because y'all tripping. Y'all not listen, ladies. I know what you said. I read it. It said my trauma is many people trauma. Okay, I got it. And hold up. I know you want to solve the world's problems. I know you ready to hold on. I wanted to stand for those with no voice, the civilly mute. That's you. You cannot stand. That's not you. That's not your position, lady. Whoever you are. I think that's RT Bell. No, ma'am. That's not your position. Your position is to take notes, not to try to beat Kev to his own stuff. Brother, what? Just like you do it for me. No, no, no. I'm not doing it for you. I'm doing this for all of my people. That's why you got to sit down. I'm doing it for all of my people. Chill out. You want my ex, your ex is to tell the story accurately and heal a nation. P.S. My book title, From Nation to Status. Ma'am, sit down, Rashonda. That's what? Shane. I ain't even got started yet. That's the problem, y'all. Kev has decided to take a step back, take this very slow for my students. They're not. No, no, no. Do you think these people are I call them sponsors, but they're the ones who make this show pop? Hell no. Mm-mm. And that's why I was telling them. Doing this, I'm gonna have so many different types of individuals try to get me to validate they shit, and so they can go off with my shit. And listen, they can't anyway. They didn't even understanding what the X is, and if you're gonna tell the story accurately, then it's must you take a seat in this class, not take from, not jump ahead like Taj, and try to retrieve something that's not yours. That's the thing. This isn't yours. This Kev's. I don't. You're not about to, Kev. Help me do you better than you. It's you got to find you. You got to be you. Don't try to do nothing. Kev got the story. I already did it, and you've taken this class for granted. Now you see something new. I put a formula up. You think you know what I'm talking about. You don't. Because if you did, your book would already have in it what I've already been talking about this whole damn time. The Black Holocaust, the Great Migration. What is the place that we're getting to? Classroom. The X is right around the corner, and they already finished. Shout out to the people in the tuition though. Shout out to my man B from Texas. Hit that like button. Hey, happy birthday, happy life day to my man Bo Cat. Shout out to you, champion. Hold up. Shout out to tuition though. Hey, B said it's tuition day, Cam. I gotta hit you, bro. What you think this is? Shout out to Royal Purple. Tuition. Press one. See, they playing with me. They don't really understand me. They playing. They thinking I'm playing. Hey, shout out to Ollie Ware. Tuition. That's why I like looking at this. Hey, listen. Shout out to the fellas who really here to support, learn, and come to life with speech. Not here to take from, not here to do nothing more. They read the paper. Kev ain't finna trick us this time. That nigga said, write our names at the top and don't do nothing. Don't do a motherfucking thing. And he gonna clown us for not doing nothing. He gonna want us to, see, they don't even know I'm giving out the secret. Kev gonna want us to do the work. He gonna force us to write something on that paper. Don't do it. Don't do it. I can say that right now. What's today? 12/21/20. You better not do nothing but write your name and show yourself is here. Hunt Sullivan Dre. You better not do nothing. Because Kev gonna force you. What you writing over there? What you doing? Mm-hmm. A whole book. Press, look at him. A whole book. About what? Your ex, where is it? Huh? How you gonna break down the penal colonies? Press one. How you even know what a penal colony is? Where is it? Press one. And where are we? Kev already found the graves. The information coming in from Kev and his team, the graves is already all over the place. You trying to find your people, if that's your people. Kev is already breaking down the Black Holocaust, where they killed us in these penal colonies, in prisons that were once asylums, where they hang these people who own lands. Before y'all get to writing books, what you know about this? Because that's not the homework. You being the spirit of truth. The homework is way over here in Compos Mentis. Why is the homework Compos Mentis? Because the asylums, state asylums, are for the incompetent, are those made black in law due to incompetence. So while y'all writing books about allegorical stuff and think you know, you don't. That's why I gotta take my time. Take my time. TMT. Bruh, what? I gotta take for the unsound mind. That's what the asylum is. Press one if you remember me telling everybody they was on Shutter Island. Huh? That they was on Shutter Island. And they think they finna write a letter, a letter to the psychiatric department to get out of this imprisonment that they in. George, our asses is on Shutter Island. And we have to get to the understanding, and that's where we are. In order to be here, that means you, if you black, if you like us, George, if I gotta remember to say that you are black in law due to incompetence and an unsound mind. I'm not just making that up. And I know that George, I know they just wanna, press one. He think I'm finna press one. It's always what they thinking. They don't understand what I mean by that. Press one. They don't understand. And that's cool. But don't try to run off with our homework if you ain't doing no homework. You're not doing the homework. I said, look up the places, the asylums. Now, I said this 3 years ago. Press one. Ladies and gentlemen, they starting to do their homework. They is looking up. The homework, press one, is being done. This, ladies and gentlemen, is what? The Central State Hospital for the unsound mind. For you. In fact, you had to go through this. No, excuse me. Our people had to go through this to even be made citizen. You had to come out of this from unsound mind. To even be a federalized citizen, everybody went through the Central Asylum, and it dictated and knew your name, knew their names, made the incompetent or not, yes or no, X or no. It was all done right here. Okay? All of it was done right here. Shout out to the family who support this broadcast. Shout outs all of y'all. See, they want our X, but they can't even. They moving too fast. Okay? And what is this too? Why is this important? Huh? Because it's in St. Petersburg. It is the Central Lunatic Asylum. X men. Press one. Let's get this straight. It is the Central Lunatic Asylum. It was the first institution in the country for colored persons of unsound mind. Okay? This is Virginia. Everything inside of this lunatic facility here is operating on a foreign law. It's all federal mandate. Love this. Press one. It's all federal mandate. So, now that we got this out the way, that this is where you were deemed black and incompetent in law and people of unsound mind. Press one. Are we, hello? Are we there? Made by who? The Freedmen's Bureau. Okay. the Central State Hospital, the Central Lunatic Asylum in Petersburg, Virginia. Made by the Freedmen's Bureau Institution, FBI. Press. So, this is the origin of all lunacy. Right here. Right here in Central State. Some white man, Professor X, I'm going to call him. Hold on. Some white man I'm going to call Professor X in here bear witness that our people was of unsound mind and ignorant. It is here where Professor X alienated the minds of my people. This was the first state portal from life to death to life. Slavery, penal colonies, boarding in room, cotton picking, everything happened here. It was a rehabilitation process. Same things they do in jail. Teach you how to wake up, put your drawers on, go work the fields, take pictures of you, tell your generations in the future. Y'all was slaves from Africa before you stood upright. No, you wasn't. You was taken here and deemed incompetent. All of the convict leasing was about picking up black men, vagrants, and bringing them to penal colonies. But they had to be deemed black in law and lunatics for this procedure to work, to steal everything from them. Same way it works right now, Bocat. So they were catching them. You better not get caught, or you're going to end up in the chain gang, being in the paddy wagon, being driven across back to the state penitentiary. No. This place. See, this place right here is important to us realizing what Shutter Island truly is. This is Shutter Island. We've been here, black men, the whole time. In fact, the ward is your governor who looks over all of your, we'll get to that, if it's really yours, if you're a person of this. So even the Foot Locker outfits they used to get, the chain gangs, those are all asylums, bro, not jails. This is where the Holocaust happened. This is where all the black men were rounded up. And what did they mark when they get there? Incompetent, 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 and dead in the law, dead in the law, dead in the law. Black, dead in the law, incompetent, incompetent. What's your name? My name Incompetent, right that way. Press 1. History in over here has been told in a way that will throw you off your navigational system. But remember, we're looking for this. We're looking for the people and places that made us dead in the law. So if the Freedmen contract for 1866, here we go. Huh? Okay then. Huh? The cold thing about this is, y'all notice that none of the prisoners signed their names. These are all the same handwritings. The same people was doing this. The same individuals was marking them incompetent. You know what that tells me? Professor X, one job, like Mr. What's that guy? Walter Plecker, is to deem your ass incompetent all day long. All of it is not even their marks. They were deemed incompetent and ain't even their mark. Why? You're not going to find their marks. This is the guy who studies signatures. Well said. Well said. Boom, 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 boom. Willing. Boom, boom, boom. It's a sign right here. That's your mark right there. Look. Incompetent, 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 incompetent. Do you know what's here at the Central Hospital? Do you know what's there? Well, I was trying to tell you the other day before they tried to run off with our homework. There's one, bad people, really bad people. Do you know that at the asylums, at this one in particular, the biggest plot of unmarked graves, I'm calling it the Black Genocide, sits outside, press one, right outside of his border. You know how many people this is? Fool. Press one. You know how many names this is? Well, I want you to picture every asylum is a concentration camp. And all of them of the past will have this. This is how you genocide whole populations and call them world fairs. This is where people get their birth and then they tear it all down. And do what? Build right on top of your black ass. You'll walk right in and never see it. You'll walk right in it and never see it. You say, where are all the black people at? Huh. Ask the Tatarians. So what's at these asylum sites? I call Holocaust sites that haven't been dug up yet because the federal government doesn't want to admit that the real Holocaust is African Americans in America. That's why Erica and Candace is drawing all of this Jewish and all of this nonsense, and they're trying to stop the unveiling of it, the Black Holocaust, and how many black people, how many freed people, how many people of George, how many people of the Virginia, how many people were captured and brought up and made black in law and murdered, shot right in the back of the head, put it right in the box, put them out back, right there, gassing them, gassing them, gassing them, gassing them, putting them in the back, put 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 them in the back. Boom. So what was runaway slaves running from this? That's why they missing all that time. They can't admit that this just happened. They need you to play crazy. They need you to be delusional. They need you to stay silent. So you don't speak for your people who is buried. Don't tell me about Lake nothing. Tell me about these people. Don't tell me about no town, nowhere. By the time it got flooded out, our people was already in the ground. They're already in the ground. They already made black in law. That's why these people got free homes all across America 2 generations ago. Why? Because all the black people was rounded up, tricked to come to fairs and this one. And meanwhile, it's fake wars going on. Fake ass wars going on. While Hitler just taking power over there. They in Germany, goddamn Jews
is in Chicago doing baby sacrifices in 1933. Okay, so their version of history will not bully mine. Definitely not. And you are not here because some random, a lot of people here because they want this info and they want to take from. Well, take it. Take it. Because it's been in your face this whole time. Take it. Take it. Parceled out. Press 1. Parceled out. Remember at the post office, we didn't bank at the post office. I mean, we didn't bank at their banks. We were at the post office. So you were parceled out. Okay? Everybody got a plot. Okay? Do you even know what banks and stuff mean? Press 1. Do you know what it means to bank? Press 1. But we not gonna get into necromancy, not just yet. We gonna get to all that. Now, I don't want to compile things on top of things and on top of things. Right now, I want to stay focused on the false little civil wars in St. Petersburg Hill. Press 1. And talk about how they rounded up all of our people. Okay, this isn't just reparations for slavery. Okay, this isn't that. Okay, this is a whole Holocaust of our people by name, inheritances, family lineages stolen by foreigners, and the federal government's ignorance of paying it any attention. That's why. X, Y, and Z. Press 1. No more wants this. All of their stories is false. They were with them. Why would the Moors want this when they just got here with him and became white in the law and stole more names? Their names is L whatever. Them names ain't even here. So I'm not even worried about them. They are the pale horse. Ain't that what it means? The rider on a pale horse and it was deaf, that's the Moors. You better start doing your research. You in biblical scripture. You've been in it this whole time. And these people are the people of the Holocaust. Who, me? The person who finding them, who waking up their ancestry. These are people dead in the ground. The Holocaust really happened. And it happened right here at the Central Asylums, concentration camps. It happened at the concentration camps where our people was made ignorant in the law. Hit the like button and subscribe. Shout out to you, B. Shout out to happy birthday to Bocat. Shout out to my sponsors. Shout out to Ollyware and everybody who on that tip who know this is real homework. That's why it's $8. That's why. That's why they want to take something that don't belong to them. They think I'm a hustler. No, I ain't hustling. No, this is my natural gift. And I'm telling you, and if you here, press 1, don't take from this. Because it's gonna be a burden on you. Learn from this. Come to class, focus, study. It was all done at the Central Hospital. The concentration camps, which they now call. They tried to say it was an asylum. No. This is where they held all the black folk and chained them up. Press 1. This is where they put them in black and white photos, made her prisoners and vagrants. This is where they made all of these little conspiracy stories up about the runaway slaves and all that. Because the truth of the matter is, they needed to account for the travesty that they was doing across this nation. You think you really shop at Foot Locker because of something else? No. You shop at Foot Locker because they want you to shop at Foot Locker. Fool, you's a slave. And you black and you dead and ignorant of the law. That's what you is. Press 1. Hit that like button and subscribe. See, y'all dates got scrambled up. Press 1. They want you to look at these people like they crazy. They not crazy. They were just imprisoned illegally and chained to the walls. Press 1. Hit that like button and subscribe. Forget all that subscribe. Contribute to this truth. I don't get paid for subscription. I keep this monetized perception because I'm demonetized. So subscribe, Saturnalians. Press one. Press one. See how they chained them up to the wall? This is what goes on there. This is what goes on there. Press one. So when y'all see the vagrant camps and they was working on the railroad, that's because their estates was being taken. The 5 civilized tribes was being developed so they can inherit your belongings. Press one. But we're going to get to that. We're going to get to these places. I just want our people to know, while we sitting around and it's Christmas time and all this is not even important to me. Christmas or none of the holidays y'all worship, them is forced holidays. Press one. Them is forced holiday. Them is forced holidays so niggas spend their money and they never had no money. Press one. That's why it's a holiday for the poor. Your holy day is to spend it all on shit that don't mean nothing. Find value in this, find value in that one. But this is the beginning of the penal colonies. Thanks, Ali. See that? See that? The penal colony? This is where the rules came from. Hit the like button and subscribe. This is where the rules came from. Hit the like button and subscribe. You want to know where them rules came from? Right here in penal colonies, where niggas live enslaved in jail. Hit the like button. So the red tape and the red barriers and invisible walls that's all over the walls of America, don't do this, and y'all ain't good enough. It's just a part of this. You follow me? It's just a part of this. They need you, okay? Let's go to another photo. This photo appears in the 45th annual report of the Central State Hospital in St. Petersburg, so we know we're talking about the same thing. The women in this photo are engaged in diversional occupation class, whose teacher was said to be very zealous and competent. Will you believe that? No. No. Not one fucking bit. Not one fucking bit. Press no. Hit the like button. Not one bit. You have to begin to look at history and what slavery was and where these false senses of story, lunatic. So they taught them how to be what? Housemaids. Help. So where they learn how to be the help? Huh? At the lunatic asylum. At the lunatic asylum. At the lunatic asylum. Okay? At the lunatic asylum. Oh, yeah, this is class already. So if you're not in my class, you know you're not in my class. Because this is my class. Right here. We don't got to go nowhere. We right here. KevRow University. The asylum. Yes, ma'am. So a psychiatric person did this. A psychologist had to deem you retarded for them to do this to you. Press one. They had to deem you black. And what? A lunatic. And incompetent. An idiot. There was rules against that in your law. This is why this had to be. This is why it had to be. So it was psychologists all over doing these things, putting these people to the test. Making sure that their mind stayed incompetent, split. You call it MK Ultra. Well, this was done to these people. This was done to them. They was made to take the law and make it allegorical. When they came out of this, they really believed in Jesus. No, not justice. Not in the form of Christ in the way they knew. No. Fairy tales. Allegorical concepts that came from Rome. Catholic Church. Press 1, they indoctrinated allegorical principle and false ideology into these sisters' minds. They didn't just become worshipers and lunatics for nothing. They were indoctrinated. They really think they had powers. Superpowers. Make them lunatics out of their mind. Raise the sons to know law? No. Under the same guidelines as this. Out of their minds. It's just Petersburg. Okay, it's just Petersburg. That's okay. St. Petersburg is Rome. Okay? So don't come in here teaching. St. Petersburg is Rome. Okay? But anyway, you're not even in my class, so why are you even press 1? Why are you even talking? Why are you even talking? Why? Press 1. Sometimes you gotta ask these people. What's your point of even talking? You hear me? 448. You who got to change your profile you got to correct everything. Sure, it's St. Petersburg is in Rome. I'm talking about Petersburg, Virginia. We talking on various levels. First of all, we talking about the home. Then we talking about its sister cities, in which gave life to a whole Roman philosophy anyway here in the nation. So stay in your place, little kid. Press 1. Stay in your place. You know your place because you're not in the front. So when you're not in the front, your place is back there somewhere. Don't get hamster balls at this point. It's over for you. Kev got it. Press 1. You're not man enough to speak. Kev got it. Hit the like button. Kev got it in front of everybody. My face on the screen. You not built for that. That's a whole different X champion. That's a whole different one. So mind your business. Stay out of Cali nigga business. It's my business. You hear me? It's your weak ass on. Should have been talking to you little kids like that from the beginning. Get your little badass out of my classroom. Peanut head ass. Hit the like button and subscribe. Yeah, bro. Is on a different level.
What kind of place?
Hit the like button and subscribe. Don't know what we doing in class at all. Nothing. They just hear, oh, you should have been a student. You would have had something to say. What would we matter? And what did they do? Huh? Classroom focus. What did they do? They tried to, this is what they did to our people. This is what they did. That boy Kev cold. This is what they did to our people. Sit down in the back. Old boy in the retarded class. Sit down.
Place this is?
Yes, it's a
What kind of place this is?
yes, it's a mental hospital for mentally disturbed people such as myself.
Are you mentally disturbed?
Yes, I'm depressed. I don't have peace of mind.
Uh-huh.
I tried to commit suicide in April.
To see just what sort of change drugs can produce in the disordered mind, we got permission to film 2 patients over the period of their first week at Spring Grove. This patient is Virginia, interviewed by a psychologist.
Now listen.
Dr. Thomas Hanlon.
This is Virginia. Interviewed at, check the game, no.
I knew I had had a lot of troubles. And they said, and this force thing, like I said, the only way that you can solve your problem is to go back to church.
Whoa. Press 1. Then you see that? They told you this and they cloned Tyrone. The only way you can solve your problems is going where? go back to church. So your allegorical concepts are out of law. Now they're allegory. Now is you got a whole celestial mind of, oh my goodness, let's go back.
For mentally disturbed people, such as myself.
Are you mentally disturbed?
Yes, I'm depressed. I don't have peace of mind.
Uh-huh.
I tried to commit suicide in April.
To see just what sort of change drugs can produce in the disordered mind, we got permission to film 2 patients over the period of their first week at Spring Grove. This patient is Virginia, interviewed by a psychologist, Dr. Thomas Hanlon.
I knew I had had a lot of troubles. And they said, and this forcing, like I said, the only way that you can solve your problem is to go back to church.
That's the voice.
And I said, to church? Are you kidding? This is the whispering this to myself, you know. They said, yes.
What do you think this voice was?
Jesus.
Ooh.
Do you really think so?
Yes, this is what I believe. You cannot take away my belief.
Have you?
He said, that shit worked. You hear me? You can't take away my belief. He said, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Yes.
What do you think this voice was?
Jesus.
Do you really think so?
Yes, this is what I believe. You cannot take away my belief.
So all the sisters, I want to tell y'all something. It's going to hurt a little bit. That's not the correct term. Press what? I'm sorry to inform y'all. Y'all been under a different spell. This whole time. You ever hear them sisters say, I got a close relationship with Jesus. And he walks me through, and this one and that one. Bro, and you just got to be like, hey. And you like, I know you. You like, wait, you? Brother what? It's the like button. That trait was passed down. Now listen to me. That form of was created from psychotherapy, MK mind control. We're gonna get back to it. This is the linking from your mind.
Have you heard Jesus at any other time?
Yes,
When?
numerous times.
And he's talked to you just as I'm talking to you?
Just as you're talking to me.
When was the last time you heard Jesus?
Look at here. He's educated, smart, psychiatrist. Say, when was the last time? Who was this guy writing on this clipboard? Hold on. When is the last time you heard that?
Speak to you.
This morning.
This morning.
Yes.
Uh-huh. Now, do you hear Jesus right now?
Yes, he's telling me what to say to you. He
He
tells
is.
me how to speak, what to say, how to say it.
Uh-huh.
He puts words in your mouth. He puts shoes on your feet.
You can hear his voice.
Yes, it's faint, but I can hear it. That's why I whisper a lot of times. That's why I talk softly.
Mhm.
Because
So you
he
can-
comes to me softly, see. And
so-
no one else knows when he comes to me. No one but me.
Yeah. Well, why would Jesus single you out?
Because I'm a chosen child. He told me this morning. He said, you're a chosen child. You must work in the hospital and the jail.
And now you...
Oh, you have to work in the asylum and in the what? In the jail. Press 1. And the jail.
You're here, right?
I'm
You're-
here.
You
I can
end
do
up-
all kinds of work here. Good work. Only good work can I do here because this is my place.
Yeah, but how about yourself?
I'm going to help myself. See, they're going to give me treatment here.
They are?
Pills. They've started giving me pills since yesterday.
Uh-huh. Oh, they did. Huh?
Mhm.
Do you need treatment?
Certainly.
Oh, doctor. Yeah. Please help me.
See, now this ain't real. They was doing this shit. Oh, doctor, please help me. There's a real one,
You heard Jesus at any other...
and then there's a foreign. You see? This is acting. This is real.
Dr. Thomas Hanlon.
This is how you split the mind. Miss Virginia, you split the mind. You take law and order and you destroy it. You destroy Adam by destroying his mama brain. You make her the only one able to teach him. Where the daddy at? Well, he went off to war and died. Where the daddy at? Oh, he outside gangbanging, selling drugs. He in prison. He locked away. He got 13, 14 years. Hard labor. Press 1. You got to start thinking on that accord, because this is where the penal system came from, the penal colonies. And that all came from Central. X marks the spot. 0 point. So what do you do? What do you do when you see this? You say, oh, I'm going to write books now. No, you don't. You start doing more research. You have a lifetime of research before you can even think about a damn book. Before you can even think you're finna help free somebody, you have to understand this in a chronological sense. So you yourself have to understand you on Shutter Island. How you gonna make a book on Shutter Island explaining how to get out? Is that what you about to do? No. You got to come to class. Hey, that's a good observation. One is trying to become a citizen, and the other one have no choice. They got to be crazy to become a citizen, right? But in the black people choice, there is no, they're doing high psychiatric work on them. One people have to pretend they're doing this. The other people have to do what? Are being forced. That's how you hide a Holocaust in plain sight. Blacks over there, them over there, them over there. Remember, black people, when the men go to jail, it's only us. There is nobody else on our side. Everybody else on the Mexican side. But what is us? So, the robbing of the estate, there must be a delinking of the mind first, right? Then, in order for the names to be stolen on a doll's list and stolen, people have to die for other people to come alive. All of this happened right here, Virginia State Lunatic Asylum. So, when you zoom out and see the whole picture, not just one tree in a forest, see, remember what they said. You got to step out and see the whole picture. Now, slap whoever said that in the back of the head, because now you got to step back and see the whole picture, classroom, right? They shouldn't have, oh, thank you for letting me in. Wrong one. Wrong fucking one. So, as we look at all the state-ran hospitals, were all originated as asylums and holding, which we know as holding facilities for runaway slaves or vagrants or the early workers of America before the fall and after. It was really all going on at the penal colonies, Central State Lunatic Asylums, which you call jail. Today, from cotton fields to this one, solitary confinement. Listen, fellas, when they go to jail, they got the same bed screwed into the wall to this day. I'm not lying. As any of your brothers or cousins. No. Seriously, go take them out to lunch and talk to them. The way y'all feel for Lil Wayne and the baby, and the way y'all feel for all these false senses of characters, how about talking to your brothers and sisters who've been through it? Huh? The penal system. are the penal colony. Go talk to them. This way. There's more of us in jail, underground, down them halls, like the movie The Matrix, all them little pods. That's what they call them in there, pods. There's a bunch of them. There's a bunch of your brothers, my brothers, sisters, auntie, uncles, somebody's uncle over there, grandpas, everybody. So there's no change. God wanted me to see that up close because this all comes from Central State Lockup, right? Okay, when it originated, this is where all the slave came from. Free labor comes from the penal colony, right, Ali? They tap into your trust. You don't even know what trust. You just know they tapping into something, and they need your mark. Here, sign here, X here, X here, X here, X here, and give them all of your rights and stuff. Everybody know this. Go to jail. You gonna find out you a slave real fast. Don't even ask for no rights. You just sign that you don't got none. Shit. You just signed that off when you got here. That's why you signed. If we didn't, we need your permission, bro. We need you to know. Hit the like button and subscribe. We needed you to know. So where did all this slavery and stuff happen? During the war, when they was rounding you up, taking you to POW camps, asylum camps, psychiatric camps, making you black. See, what you don't understand is what I'm alluding to is the psychiatrist aspect once you was robbed. Hit that like button, subscribe, and contribute to this page. Shout out to my man B from Texas who contributed today. I wish he put something in there I can read to the class, but it's all good. He probably said KevRow or nothing. he probably wanted y'all to know this is KevRow or nothing. Hit that like button and subscribe. So now we got graves, mass graves, all over America. Why? How do we know that? Because we know we died at the asylums. So at the asylum, if my scientific theory is correct, all across America is where they was doing. This is going to be your concentration camp. And it's going to be done if the genocide was done on paper, then the concentration camp is right here. We just had to find it. Our compass got to be right. Our purpose got to be on point. Where are we going? We're going to get our X. We're going to speak for those who was hanged on trees and thrown in the back and thrown in the mound in the box in their own plot and got parceled out in the underdam world. Fool, and y'all took their estates and ran bank on top of this as a crypt. Something wrong with you. Something is really deranged in this necromantic revelation. Hit that like button and subscribe. I told you, I see dead people and the bones talk to me. I told you we was coming for them. They underground. They all over America. So these ain't asylums. We have no way to prove them people was retarded. We gonna dig them up and see that they was black people. And that their names was stolen by the federal government to give the world our blessing, our inheritance. So the whole world, Ukraine, Russia, Germany, Slovenia, Tatar, all running off of the dead. And the dead is our people's estate. Because we are the people of the dead. We coming out of blackness. And I'm teaching them how to speak. And they're not, and the ones who do speak find that there's no reason to be afraid. Speak. Speak. This some Professor X shit. We are the X-Men. Why? Because we dead and lunatic. And even Goddamn, the federal government, by way of Joe Biden, tried to make us incompetent indefinitely again with the 94 crime bill. He stood up there and said that even if we did become competent, they didn't know how, so it's not valid. And y'all talking about slavery ain't real. Damn these people. Slavery is real. And them niggas is in jail. And they are not competent. They are not even guilty because you can't even charge retarded people with crimes, cuz. So whatever way y'all want to look at this situation, there's a wall. Free them. Free the homies. Press one. Free the incompetent. Free the niggas who didn't know, who wish they did. Free them niggas. Free them niggas you calling a criminal that was born in a world where the state is running like a psychiatric home. God bless this channel. God bless my books. And the people who understand what I mean by a sound mind. I didn't even know why I made them books. I just know it was the right thing to do because I know me and I know my people need a sound mind. And to think of it this way, I thought I was playing. I thought I was using my ham process. Nigga, this real. You know, ham process. Nigga, this shit real. You're delusional if you're denying this. The Holocaust took place right here. The genocide on paper took place at the incompetent and the dead-in-law, the federal government, FBI, the Bureau is all starting right here to make sure what? We never wake up. We never remove the tape from him and speak. We never, Amora ain't gonna teach us this. Kevin will. God did. Press one. Chinese people ain't gonna, white people ain't gonna teach you this. Nope. And don't even ask your grandparents. They come from this. They don't know nothing, but they lost their luggage. Trust me, I tried. Remember this one? They don't know nothing. It's just a big white men in black light that just went off in their brain. They don't know. They just know. Man, bad. They pulled a cold move. So to get this right, we as a unit got to speak about this. Not separately, not taken from this class and think you're going to run off and write some books real quick. No, my books are curriculum. Yeah, my books are curriculum. It's a part of being here. It's a part of supporting this class. Yeah, no, I ain't got to do nothing else. This all I got to do. YouTube. So Central State Asylum Portal for them. Ain't that what they said in the Man in the High Castle? They took them people from prison and a mental facility, and that's when that little white girl found out they murdered all them black people. That the Black Holocaust was real, and she was so ashamed that her parents like, wait, y'all murdered, you gassed the Negroes, you gassed them. Y'all put these people on trains and they trying to, bro. But it's a little deeper than that. They was flushed here at these facilities, deemed dead in the law. The rebellious ones, boom, the ones who wasn't giving up nothing that you couldn't break, they thrown out back, plotted out. Estates written down, names, dead, incompetent. Dead. Like a military, dead. You see the military going on in your brain? That's the Civil War on paper. Dead. Killing them. Bam. And that's what America hides. And at this point in history, this is why judgment is judgment. That's why Hulkamania's spirit is dead with Jake Paul. That's why the top G just got his ass whooped. That's why, because that's the theater of it all. Get ready. Because it ain't going to be, the Hulkamania judgment is on you. It's on them. You didn't read, you didn't see the fight. You don't know who Joshua is in the Bible. You don't know what Paul was up to. You don't know what the snake is, why his tongue got his jaw broke, didn't it? You wasn't peeping the signs. The corporate logo, Celsius, and this one and that one. You didn't feel it in the air? Yeah. That's just the theater of it. Wait till it hit you. Wait till you realize. It's judgment day, bro. From the Epstein files to all these people claiming black people was a threat, and they really the threat to men, women, and children. Press 1. This is judgment day. Candace is scared because she been on the wrong team the whole time. Press 1. She like the Jews. And Shapiro read the Talmud. Sorry, ma'am. We already did. Press 1. We been knew that with your crazy self. When did you find out? Yesterday? When they fired your black ass? Now you knew. Press 1. Now you knew. Hit that like button and subscribe. It's a whole new day for KevRow because this is the point of no return right here. They deserve everything. You know why I deserve everything? Because they know the future. They know what an unsound and a sound mind is. They know what it's going to be like when you come out of this state. Your lips, your tone and your voice, you're going to take life a lot more serious. When your people is found in here or hanging from some trees somewhere with their estates stolen, never to be redeemed, ever to be used by the federal government as a trust, a minor estate so that others can... Wait a minute. Before we get into all that, how you going to write a book with my shit and you don't even know me? You don't even know my shit. You're going to heal somebody with the wrong info. If you don't have all the info, you got the wrong info. If you don't got it all, you got it wrong until you get it all. And it's going to take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 books for you to even get it. Why? Because you took it for granted when I did it live. You took it for granted when I did it live on the air in the flesh. I'm the one who brought the black genocide forth, put us on trains. We just now figuring out, wait, they wasn't headed to jail, Kev. They was headed to the gas chamber. They was headed to the chamber, sir. No. They was headed to be genocided. That's why they never came home. See, the movie Life tried to teach us that they was at the camps working. No, they murdered all of them. They all died without the possibility of parole. They gotta go. Press 1. When they see the Gillespies, string them up. Press 1, string them up. Press 1, string them up. Huh? That's a Gillespie right there, punk. Press 1. Don't tell me what I'm not doing. Worry about yourself. Stop saying you're not taking from me. This is my work. You got to find your ex. Where's your family? Was your family did this way? If so, call 1-800-KevRow. What? Was they taken to the lunatic asylum? Was they shot in the head, thrown out back in unmarked graves? Why unmarked? So you won't never see. They graves are unmarked. But guess what? Their names is sitting right here, stolen, signed by somebody who thought it would be fucking press 1 fun to open a contract with the dead. Only a Canaanite Phoenician punk would do some fraudulent behavior like that with somebody else's shit. Press 1. So, let me see who up in here. We got 129 people up in here. Shout out to my sponsors and the real students of KevRow. Shout out to the Patreon. Of course, let me see who over there as a matter of fact. Kev ain't playing. Shout out to y'all. Y'all make this show possible. You're always trying to take something from Kev. No. Hashtag no mean no. Okay. They can't take it anyway because they names. It ain't no L Bays. It ain't going to be no L Bays in here. It ain't going to be no Rahmadinejad or no Russians in here. They just stolen estates from those who were genocided. It ain't gonna be no Chinese names in here. It ain't gonna be no Wu Wong nothing. It ain't gonna be no gypsy names in here. No Jewish names when it's said the way they say it. Ain't no Hindu name. Ain't no Arabic. I don't care about what was first. That ain't in here. Press 1. Facts. It ain't in there. I don't want to hear nothing. I don't want to hear nothing. If it's not in there, you need to be adopted in. Press 1. You need to be adopted in. Hit the like button and subscribe. But before we get to all that adoption paper and all that, you want to be adopted. Oh, you are adopted. You are adopted into death. Press 1. Y'all pledge to be Moors and Muslims. Put X's by your name confidently, too. Running around the earth. Talking about the Bible and the white man and this one and that one and this one. And the whole time, you making people dead in the law. See, y'all can run your mouth all you want. But they doing the same thing Adolf Hitler did. They doing the same thing Truman did. They do the same thing, what's the name did? They just finishing up with Marcus Garvey and the rest of those sellout Marxists. Ooh, ain't that shit Marxism? What the fuck he do? Did I just have a fucking epiphany? Or was that just a mental fart? I want to look at a Marxist. All they do is steal Marx and sign people up to death. Fucking Marxists. Press 1. And Zionists. Marxists and Zionists. Marxists are Zionists. Zionist is the Nazi regime. Nazi means the national. Let me stop, bro. Let me stop right now. This was just Zionist, nigga. A Zionist is a Nazi. A Nazi Zionist. A nationalist, white man, is a Zionist too. That's 1. A black Moor is a traitor and a Zionist too. They are Aryan Zionists. Anglo-Saxons. That's 1. Under the tribe of Shut up. The whole Ku Klux Klan is under the tribe of Anglo-Saxon. Now, can you believe this shit? When you speaking the truth, nigga, you wake up the dead people. Nigga, you believe this? All of their ass is under the Anglos. L, number 1. No matter if you don't like it until you sit down and write it. A-R-L is number 1. See? They can't go here because their job is to keep you black and dead in the law. Shabbat shalom. Hey, peace, my brother. Press 1. Hey, what's that word that they come up with when they meet you? Hey, that means peace be unto you. Ahmadinejad. Press 1. Malcolm X. They would make him the press 1. Sign your name. Wasn't nothing but a roll call. Here, sign up right now. If are not black, who are we? Press 1. Damn, nigga, you might want to. Hey, delete your message and read. Yeah, thank you, sir. My man, I had to tell him to retract that. Hey, bro, you might want to retract that question, bro. That made you. First, you're gonna have to understand that you're ignorant as fuck. That's what you are. You're incompetent as fuck. That's what. AF, nigga. Welcome to Shutter Island. You fit right in the bungalows, nigga. Don't worry about it. If we's not black, who's we? Oh, that was funny as hell. If we's is not black, whose is we then? Press 1. Shit. Oh my goodness. You might want to holler at my boy Taj. He wrote the book Give Us Free. What? Give us free. Like that's gonna work. That's like, no, sir. Poor Tosh. That's my guy, but god damn, nigga. Do you ever stop? Give us free. Unfortunately, we cannot because you have to learn law. Press 1. That's how they want us to believe. They wanted to believe we came off them boats like that, like Amistad. Give us free. This is my boat now. This guy, give us free. That is not about to happen, nigga. You got to speak law with words. Give us free. That is not finna work. None of this shit. This African Moor lying. He was lying. He was the Moor in that one movie with the French. These African Moors just be lying. Give us free. This happens. I really believed them. They fucked me up. Press one with this shit. Had me believing all of this shit. Give us free. Cue the dramatic music, please. I'm watching this in school with white people. They looking at me. I'm looking at them. Like, what the fuck is y'all talking about? Dad, they don't even look like me. What the fuck is y'all looking at me for? This ain't got shit to do with give us free. I'm out of here, cuz. Fuck y'all looking at like that. Nigga, that ain't me. Bro, what? I had to leave school. The fuck? We're supposed to be Friday school. I look around. Teacher looking at me. Fucking people in class all quiet. You think sniffles is going on, right? Everybody's in tune. Nigga, I just look to the left. The whole classroom, because I'm against the wall. You know me, I'm against the wall. No, I look to the left. The whole class is like big-eyed and shit. What? Did it affect you? Nigga. From Crenshaw Mafia. I ain't from Africa. Crenshaw District. Fuck y'all looking at me like that for? Nigga, that's when I realized we got a whole generation of gaslighters. I'm so sorry we did that to you. Want a piece of my sandwich? Get that shit. Huh? One African in the corner ain't said nothing. Look just like him. Just he looking at me like, we didn't go through that. Yes, you did. That's you. The whole nation is gaslighting us. The whole world. Nigga, that look like you. That's your hair puff and everything. Nigga, that's your little shit. That's your forehead. That's one of them your feet. That's one of our feet don't look like that, nigga. That's one of them all your sausage and look at Flacco, fat ass. That's African. That's French, African. Deportation notice. Plus one. I ain't never, fuckavisa.com. Fuck them passports. I don't want to go to y'all countries. Why would I go to y'all countries if y'all running from them motherfuckers? Trying to get here to my shit. It ain't finna trick me like they did our ancestors. I'm not going to the Philippines. They eat dogs or some shit that's too close to human flesh. Asia, the same thing. Who knows what they eat out the ocean. Africa, seen them little long-ass boats, seen the little underwater cities that y'all, like, travel through to get from here and there. Don't like the sandals, don't like the unpaved roads, don't like going to water wells. India, hell no. You niggas we need to dynamite India and let them float off just the coastal areas, off into the ocean. Because that should be a whole rubbish place where everybody throw their trash and burn it in the middle of the ocean. That's the whole country. Just everybody just throw their trash over there. They eat out the trash. They catch fish in the trash. Chickens live in the trash. The whole population feeds off of recyclables. This is unnecessary. And they trying to convince us that we ain't shit. Y'all need to check yourself before y'all wreck yourself because y'all are bad for our health. But it seems like the further we leave America, the more unsanitary it gets. That's because we ain't there. Press one. Did y'all know it's a real floor under the dirt of Africa? They just didn't clean up. They need niggas, yeah, bro. You telling me it's a whole floor put in this motherfucker? It's a real street. Hell, they got streets under that dirt. They don't ever want to bag up with us, nigga. Call us. We don't know who we are again. I tell you who you is, motherfucker. Y'all get out of our business. Let us work on our reparations. Press 1. Y'all go back to Africa. Press 1. Nigga. They did us dirty. They took us out of owning our own lands, running our own businesses all over America. Y'all linked up with them. Why would I like you? I don't like them. I don't like you. Press 1. Why? Because my people was taken to the asylums and you was with the slave master saying we sure did them boys something proper. Press 1. We sure did it. Who? My black ass and you, white man. I serve you. Why would I serve them blackies? Press 1. They black too. Why would I serve them? Why would I work for them? They didn't want to work for us. They black ass jealous of you. Getting all in your vehicles and your smooth cars, the horses. Who want to work for you? Who on earth want to work for a bunch of niggas with gold chains and like daps and shit? Who want to work for them? That's 1. You bring them over here. You can take care of them. Put Jordans on them. They don't give a fuck. Stand them upright. Teach them law. They're inverted. They'll make your law inverted. They will amend all of your forefathers' great laws that will protect you from corporate interests. And they will come over and say, fuck your ancestors. Matter of fact, I'm Kevin Gillespie. The white man, the Russian now name is Gillespie. The Jewish man, there ain't no Gillespie, nothing on earth. These are black people. Now they Jefferson. Why? Because they're taken from the plots. They're taking the names from the plots at the asylum. They need you to fill out your DNA package to see if you fit. And if you fit, nigga, with your DNA, nigga, you might not make it past the week, nigga. That's one. Go ahead, submit your DNA. You're going to see some gang stalking like you never did before. That's one. Your dumb ass. Not because you a blue type or an O type or an O. Everybody in here O type. Look, everybody up in here is the magic type. Whatever type that is that they say Christ is from, the bloodline and all that they so, it's because your blood is, your genealogy goes back into these plots. They bloods don't do that. They blood don't do that. Ours do, because we been here. And they not wearing cowboy outfits neither, punk. Nor are they wearing Indian gear and clothes. Press 1, they not wearing none of that. Inventors. Unlimited power to the whole world. Why? Because we understood copper. When we understood minerals. We understood, and I don't know Cosmo, ancient Phoenician, nothing. Using your mind to invent and create things. Standing up for law. Understanding what you gotta be in order to be anything in society. Press 1. Don't be sitting around like these niggas want to go back and live in the trees. That's for them. That's unconstructive. The great inventions of the past would never came, and it will never come by people sitting around eating with rats. You follow my drift. You catch what I put down, boy. Eating with unsanitary conditions, making it legal to do immoral behavior with children and women and children. No morals. They legalized the inversion. Instead of rules, they say do what thou wilt. Press 1, long as you don't get caught. You see? That's the difference here. We got sound research. We not daydreaming. These are real names. These are real asylums. These are real graves. Don't be trying to steal, don't be trying to grave hunt, trying to steal people's destiny. No, you, listen, if your ex isn't the redemption process here at KevRow University or on earth, period, then you gotta go. When we get there, you're gonna find it of no value. Press 1. When we get there, you're going to find it of no value. Shout out to Dizzle. My man said, this tuition. It ain't tuition, but I fuck with you, Dizzle. my bad, Dizzle. But it's tuition for my niggas. I'm going to keep it 100. Yeah, it's tuition too. Shout out to Dizzle out there. Dizzle funny to the tuition. All right. I still got you, though. Champion. Tuition or not. The people who can afford tuition, God bless them. Everybody ain't. You know what I'm saying? And at the same time, everybody don't see the value in it give them some time. They'll see it. You know what I'm saying? So don't feel like you gotta be. No. But the people who know they should be, they need to be over there. They need to be supportive. The people who've been walking this walk all these years and say, I'm with you. What's the X? But well, depending on what your X is let's see what your purpose. Who are you? What is your purpose? You see? I need to make sure your destination is my destination, so our treasure is the same. See? They thought they had my formula. You do got my formula. You do. I got to make sure you do got the formula. Brother, I got to make sure your X and your P line up. Brother, you see? Because I'm at my purpose right here. My T equals X plus Y, P, and the reason, the spot, the purpose, the calling, all right here. And your treasure only appears when the mark and the motive align with your purpose. Mine's appeared. I spoke some things into the universe, and they appeared. I say it's worth it. I won't say it's fair. Find your purpose. Are you wasting air? Fuck it, though. Y'all niggas scared. Eyes open, I can see it clear. They don't make it bar. They don't make them bar none. They don't make them real. They don't take it where I'm from. They don't take it here. That's what I'm talking about. What is your treasure? And it will appear. What you doing here at KevRow? For what? Why? X marks the spot then. I'll see when we open up, when we get to the X, what your treasure is. I'll see what you value the most. I'll see if you understand what catacombs, vaults, trust being opened up on the dead. Press 1, the contract with the dead. Press 1, the contract with those who contracted to be dead are holding the door closed for those who are dead. Press 1. So my whole thing is to destroy that whole complex of where these little Moors think they gatekeeping or any of this stuff. You can't gatekeep truth. The truth just waiting for the right time to knock you upside your motherfucking head. Now you can't do nothing. Ain't no more on this earth can combat Mr. Motherfucking Gillespie. You can't say nothing. This is Morocco. We Moors? That's circus act to the Republic. What the fuck is that? A sister city, a corporate entity, nothing. A reason to go down with the ship, a pledge to be dead, to keep others dead. Well, mine is to come alive and to teach people life. So RT Bell, how you gonna bring people this? You gotta come to class and develop a sound mind first. Your treasure, what do you treasure most? You didn't find this. You didn't come up with this. Taj, what are you doing? What are you doing? You gotta come to class like everybody else and chill out. Stop thinking you gotta be more or do more. No, just chill out. Because when we get there, your name probably ain't even on the damn list. Press 1. Your name probably ain't even on the list. And you can't seek someone. You can't take nobody else's treasure. This treasure right here has to be lived. You see what I wrote here? Listen. See the book I wrote? Nope. Listen. Bars. Some treasures cannot be taken. They must be lived. That's the story of Rook. You can't take this. You have to live it. You have to come alive. And then when you're ready, I will be here. You can play. And I won't play with you because I don't like taking money from incompetence. I want you to know exactly why you support this broadcast. I don't want you to be supporting me because you want what's mine. I don't want you to be supporting me with all this other stuff. Support me because this is the right thing to do. I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing, and you attend this class and you learn it. Not to take nothing that don't belong to you. Because you the one who going to end up upset at the end. Not me. I'm just trying to save y'all time, effort, all this efforts into being not a student. I'll say that. Press 1 and look at For His Glory. They didn't find it, and they tried to run and steal and run off with it to try and sell false remedy. Press 1. To try to sell false remedy. You're going to say, look what I came up with. Look what, to sell a false healing process. To sell a false remedy. And I'm not even finished. I've just begun. Hit that like button, subscribe, become a student here at KevRow University. Support this broadcast. Shout out to the people who supported today. B, shout out to the sponsors, Karen, Lita McCoy, Dizzle, and B. That's Karen, Lita, Dizzle, and B from Texas. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to B for that tuition. I love y'all for that. You know what I'm saying? Because without y'all, this show would have been over with. It would have been over with. I couldn't even sustain it over here. I was already like, hold up. Something has to change. So God bless y'all. I'm able to put more effort into my study, develop more time. And it's still the weekend. What is it? Saturday? Sunday? Who knows? Kev on the video games today. I did my work. Support the broadcast. Monday, be ready for a brand new lecture. Think about the psychologist. Think about the alienist. Think about these things so you will have the proper understanding of when I can read it now, but we already been in here. Oh, wait, hold on. Hey B, what up? What up, champ?
Sir, doing the class.
Wait. Hold on. Your phone cutting out.
All right.
Let me call you right back. My phone cutting out on me. Let me call him right back. It sounded funny, didn't it?
All right. Better.
All right. That sounded like my phone was underwater or some shit. Yeah, this is by far the most important information. This is the whole reason for me bringing up the Black Holocaust, being able to break down and take the journey mentally down the roads to even find the Black POW camps that's in America where they held our people hostage. We need to. That's where I'm going back and studying my old videos and putting it back into perspective. Like, wait, we've been doing this. This whole time we've been doing it. Press 1. We didn't know it was going to end up at the asylum. Caller, are you there?
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yes, sir. What up?
Oh man, nothing much, bro. Join the class.
Go ahead.
You was talking about that insane asylum in Virginia, Petersburg, Virginia. They also had some and other places too, but it was after that one because that was the first one. All right, we got States Hospital for the color insane.
Yes, sir.
What is that? Goldsboro, North Carolina.
Yes.
And then, all right, then the North Carolina made me think about that list with the names with the X. North Carolina.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. Yes. Thank you for bringing
Yes,
that up.
sir.
The names on the list are North Carolina.
Yep, they was X'd out. All right, we got Cincinnati, Ohio. Long. All right, this was 1867. So the timelines is still all these asylums within the timelines that we learned about the genocide.
Yes. Yes.
Yes, sir. We got another one. Cherokee Hospital, Mount Vernon, Alabama.
These is going to be your dead wars where all the black people was dying. They said in the Civil War, the Great War, and all of this. These are just genocide.
Just genocide. They mentioned it. I got a couple more, but you mentioned the Civil War. Let me read this part. It said, many other southern states had similar systems in place by 1900, often opening separate facilities as model southern black asylums. Archetypes were replicated across the region in the decades following the Civil War. So boom, you spot on.
That's crazy.
I got two more.
Go ahead.
Lacking State Hospital for the Colored Insane, West Virginia. Then we got Government Hospital for the Insane, Washington, D.C.
Yes, sir.
Later known as St. Elizabeth facility had separate lodges. West Lodge for men, East Lodge for women, for African American patients. Built in 1856 and 1861, respectively, it says. But yeah, Kim, this they formula for trying to explain the genocide with wars.
Yeah, because where did the War Department come from?
The War Department?
Yeah.
The government, the federal government.
Yeah, but we was talking about it. The War Department is what the shit was
about
that?
With the Statue of Liberty. They had like I might be off with that, but I know they had.
No,
they had something like that.
Freedmen's Bureau.
Oh yeah.
That comes from that.
Yeah, so damn. We're gonna deem you incompetent. Make sure you're incompetent. Come on down to this hospital.
The
Let us
Freedmen
fix you up.
Oh my goodness. So
now we can
the Holocaust and becoming dead in law and in body is all happening at this time. But it's being disguised in the theater of wars.
Yeah, theater of war.
Why? Like how many people died? How many people died in World War I?
I gotta look it up, but I'm getting what you're saying.
Bruh.
They give us all these war numbers, but these Negroes, these black people, they talk about these many people died in Civil War.
Right. This is hidden. This is what. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that's exactly how I'm understanding.
Because if it's the war, it's where you die.
Yep. And we're not even understanding the real wars on us. And then you know what was funny? What you played on that video, how this lady talking about doctor help me, the white lady, but that was basically what me and you was talking about. That X is life or death. We watching life and death. They coming alive and we are becoming dead. X marks the spot.
Bingo. Now you know what I mean.
I definitely do. I understand.
Okay. So in war, if this is the central hospital and everything is central, 0.6 million personnel lost their lives.
6 million, really?
Hold up.
There we go. That's the Holocaust. Didn't they say the
Oh,
Holocaust?
6
6
to
million died?
13 million.
See? Now that makes sense.
Now that's at the Great War. The Great War is when? Bro, watch it.
The Great War,
Bro.
that's like around the time of the Great Migration and all that.
1918. The deaths of the 1918 flu pandemic while being held as prisoners of war. They lost around 6 million, went missing, presumed dead. I don't believe it, bro.
See?
I don't fucking believe it, bro.
Then the other thing wasn't
the
invented until after
state's
that.
been dead the whole time.
Yeah, so the Holocaust happened before that. Their
Hold up.
Holocaust was mentioned.
Colonel Gillespie and the Continental Wars.
Dang, bro.
This in 1829. North Carolina Patriot. Colonel Daniel Gillespie. Continental Wars. George Gillespie. Bro. George Louis Gillespie. That's where the Medal of Honor come from. Robert Gillespie. Yeah. This is all the soldiers. Damn, bro. They got Daniel Gillespie as royalty. Scottish ancestors. Show the fuck do. Son of Patrick. And what do you know about Patrick? Saint Patrick.
Saint Patrick.
Jane. Boom. Nancy. Francis. Robert. John. Yep. This is gonna be the same Gillespie in the Continental War. This is everything, bro.
Royalty.
Well,
noble.
It's North Carolina, Greensboro. For Colony,
Man.
Frederick County. Virginia.
Beautiful place.
That's where he was born. And he died Greensboro, North Carolina. So you can see Virginia, North Carolina. These are the beginning of the original colonies.
And that's why they would put these facilities there. These are names we got to get first. We must get. We know that we don't have to look, we know what these names are. We're going to make you, damn, they was giving the people monkey mind through drugs and psychiatry. Deeming them incompetent.
Giving them psychiatric drugs. Making them, yeah. And you hear things in your head. Well, they call that schizophrenia now, right?
Right. You got a mental condition. We need to be a ward over you. And award ourselves your name. That's crazy.
And award ourselves your name. Because we're trustees over you. So if we keep you incompetent, we are a ward,
That's, there it is.
right? That's a legal clause.
It is. Dang. Doing interviews with you. Let's see. Gotta see where her mind is, where their minds are. Then after we get what we want, elimination. If we can't use you, that was funny that they was making the help.
Yeah.
It wasn't funny like laughing. It was like, man, it's like, damn, we're gonna switch the role.
Yeah, because we're
You
going to
gonna
teach
be
you
all
how
right
to be
with
a
it.
nurse because you got to work in the service of what? Humanitarian. That's where all the federal war departments, all these shit came through by way of the Red Cross and humanitarianism. They just tricked her
Right.
and like, all right, the dude's going to be in jail. So they must be managed either in an asylum or in jail. They was actually brainwashing them, teaching them how to run the facility if they could. The thing about history when you robbing and stealing is you have to scramble it. You have to make it look. You got to take pictures here and make it look like this. But now we know it. You know, if you stick to the paperwork and don't believe the stories, go off the paperwork. You're gonna
Right.
find out who did what and who was who, because everything is recorded.
And they can't go back on
You
it.
can't go back. Time is set. It's already set.
You said it was this. This paperwork says no.
Facts.
You a liar.
And the paperwork line up with what they did.
X them out.
X them out. Yeah,
We got-
that means the
Boom.
bodies are going to be back there. There's the bodies. Okay, these
Hey, you
are
know what
going
else?
to be the names of the people who was here. Oh my God, they had English names. Well, the black people are the English. That's what they spoke. This their language.
Exactly.
It's our language, not anybody else's.
For real, y'all got backwards letters and everything. That's
Yeah,
y'all.
they got Russian
real.
and African stuff going on. So in
You
our
know what else
world,
I thought about
everything-
when I read about
Go ahead.
that Washington asylum? The first thing I thought about was the Washington Monument in D.C. Them 20,000 bodies.
Remember that?
I remember that.
All
You
right,
talking about Mass Graves?
remember the asylum that looked like Mr. Banks? Remember Mr. Banks?
Mr. Banks.
J.P. Banks?
Oh, yeah.
I know you. We
Mr.
don't
Banks.
remember. That's in Washington.
Right.
And I was like, that looked like J.P. Morgan dressed up. And I'm about to choke on this. Yeah, bro. This
You
J.P.
might
Morgan
talk about
dressed up as
Mr.
J.P.
Banks.
Banks. Cuz got all the names, and we was figuring that shit out. Like, hold on. Nathaniel P.
Mr.
Banks.
Monopoly
Thanks,
Man.
Taj. Thanks, Taj. Taj always right his bitch. Good looking, Taj. You know exactly who we talking about. That nigga know him. For sure. Nathaniel ass. Nathaniel P. Banks head ass nigga.
For real. Now see, everything lining up.
See? So
That's
all
what
the
you said.
asylums are going to have the black bodies.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
There's going to be
And-
unmarked graves, and because that's what they were doing. And when you start adding up these unmarked graves, it is going to go in the millions. That's why they made it seem like it was the Indians. And then they identified themselves as the 5 civilized tribes. So who going to make the Indian pay for it when they the damn Indian?
Exactly.
Exactly. They just covering
just
it
need
with stupid ass cowboy and Indian World Fair stories when the real story is they all did this together. And they all benefited
Exactly, together.
from our people dying in the law and in real life.
We become you. All of us be able to get life through your death. Necromancy.
Yes. So when you start speaking, you start taking away that you close that portal. Listen to me, they scared of that. Listen what I'm telling you.
For real.
When you speak, when I'm finished telling you, you're going to see this whole world react like, no, please. Listen, Erica book is called Stop. God is on the cover, boy. It say stop in the name of God, but in bold letters in gold, stop God is what everybody's reading. Why?
Because that's what they want to do.
That's how
they want to stop judging.
That's right. And judgment is the closing of the portal.
Yep. You can't get in.
You can't even get in when you come alive. Which it's the 100 monkey syndrome.
They can't stop it.
They can't stop it. So there's a Gillespie
Allah never hold
underground
up.
smiling right now and saying, he hear us. There's going to be a family representative. They're in the grave right now. They've been dead the whole time. Press 1. Family lineage cut off. You know what it means to be cut off? That means you don't have family in lineage or inheritance or law.
Exactly. Out here dead and lawless. That's what they want us to stay.
Bingo.
Dead and lawless.
As long as we stay there,
Black.
we can continue to bank off the what?
We can bank off the dead.
That's right. We can
The
bank
living dead.
off the dead.
Exactly. That's where you get your nigger coin and all of that from.
That's where you got a bank
They-
at. That's where banks exist. Nigger, that stuff, no, that's where you got a United States Federal Reserve Bank. That's not see, these banks are mausoleums for the dead, crypt keepers.
Oh,
That's
wow,
just the
bro.
money.
Wow.
Huh?
You made me think, because I think about a
Bro, the
mausoleum.
grave,
You pass
the
by one of these-
tombstone is the ledger.
So they banking up the dead, using the name
Yes, those are all,
and what
yes.
goes with it.
Black people didn't keep their money in the banks back in the day. It was at the post office.
Dang, bro, we've been born into this. They understand it.
So
Like,
you brought
yeah,
into
I
a
get
whole dead system.
it. Yep.
The corporate structure, the federal system, is a dead Roman system. So in order for you to fit in America, you have to do what?
You have to be dead.
Yes,
and
to be a
practice
citizen.
necromancy.
You got to come in as incompetent and dead to the law. Then you can
Yeah,
live
they
in
don't want
Mickey
you-
Mouse world where everything is allegorical precepts and you can jump into Alice in Wonderland lifestyle rather than living by the rules. Don't touch that tree over there. I told you, it's 2 jurisdictions.
Yes, sir. It's free. And then what you saying about a Mickey Mouse world, I'm like, that's like they take your money and then zap the people's mind, deem them incompetent, and now we're gonna give you some Chuck E. Cheese tokens.
That's what you got.
That's
what you got with
We out here
with the
flossing.
American dollar. You ain't noticed that?
Yeah.
Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah, we do.
It say this is suitable for debt. DEBT.
The EBT.
Everybody is banking. You stupid as hell.
Yeah, man. Like,
I couldn't do no lecture
I
with
see
B.
it.
B would be looking at me like, I don't believe EB fucking T. I'll pass out with B.
I'm like, that hit in so many ways.
It's
when he
I
said it.
know,
I'm like,
bro.
damn.
That shit hit hard. The last thing is I wanted to hear was that EBT. That's for real. It's like credit food, credit bucks.
Yeah, like you in debt. These debt notes. We're gonna use EBT. Oh man. Hey, y'all warriors of the state.
Y'all,
It's,
we gonna cut your food stamps off. Oh, what we gonna do, man? Thanksgiving around the corner. Christmas gonna come around, bro. Man. Bro, y'all niggas better get off this shit. That's that's the state of the dead. Y'all eating off of dead flesh.
like your boy with the Church of Sacred Beers.
Exactly.
What do you call it? Whatever you say, eat sack of if cat, whatever you call it.
They just make
With
up
the
words
same
for
thing.
human flesh.
Yep.
But the thing is, what we talking about is every person that was deemed incompetent are dead, and that's in those unmarked graves. They really got names, and those names were taken. This is where the cutoff between roots and having your generational wealth and lineage being cut. We found the separation.
The breach.
The breach.
Yes,
This is a
sir.
breach of contract because dead men can't sign, and dead men. Let's just talk about this. This paperwork, what we got on the screen, it's not written by dead men. The people that names are signed are dead.
Right. So it's already
It's a
unlawful.
forgery.
Yep, forgery.
If it's not a forgery, then it only one way it's not, which will make this what I think is going on. If it's not a forgery, the contract is coming from the Central State Asylum, which is deeming people incompetent. And if that's the case, then we're dealing
then
with.
it's still illegal.
I did a lecture on this. It's more than illegal. You have to identify it. It is a job of the alienist. I did a lecture on this guy.
Okay.
And this is about the birth of a colony is also in this. The origin of the penal colony and the alienation through legal fiction. See what I told everybody?
Yep.
Through legal fiction. See?
I remember.
So I did a whole lecture. It's part of the non-compos mentis. Once again, non-compos mentis series. And it's called Alienation. The separation of man from his own mind. The alienist. This is another part of that series. And the invention of madness.
Dang. They need you to be mad and confident.
How?
Not knowing the law.
How?
And it being a criminal. Being a criminal, not knowing the law.
No. No. The alienists
Okay.
did this when they caught the niggas and sent
Oh
them.
yeah, to put you in the penal colony.
Bingo.
Yeah, I got you.
They did
I think
this
about them.
at the asylum. Dawes Act and the Dawes Roll. All of that came from these names. Cool. Alita, we know this, but we're going to stay right here. Okay? For his glory said it. Civil mutinous upon entry. Shiva says the alienist played the witness to bring you to you being incompetent. Why? Because in order for you to be deemed incompetent, somebody read the lecture, in order for you to be deemed incompetent, there had to be a witness.
Dang. So they are the aliens is the ward over you and the witness too.
Wait. Just the witness. The alienist is not the ward over you just yet in that sense. Let's just stay with me. Don't worry about where he is. Just stay with
All right.
The alienist is the guy that was taking the info from old girl, validating that she was talking to Jesus in her schizophrenic state.
Gotcha.
The guy who has the clipboard.
Writing down your file.
Bingo. That person is the Federal Bureau.
Dang, Federal Bureau.
That's the one they was talking about. What was the ladies bringing up earlier? The Freedmen Bureau.
Freedmen's Bureau.
The Freedmen became federal.
He got her on videotape. Also, a witness.
Facts. And so when he write down incompetent, it's verifiable.
Yep, I'm gonna play the video. See?
And she was on drugs.
You could see it in her eyes.
She said it.
Under her eyes.
No.
Yep,
She said it.
Yep, she said they giving me all kind of psychiatric medicine. Yep, the pills. Then she was talking about how she worked there and in the jail.
That Jesus wanted her to work in the jail.
Yeah, that's what she said. He talks to me. Nobody knows. Damn.
So that's the witness. Put them on drugs. Create what?
An allegorical sense, a thought. And when you talk, you deemed incompetent.
You're a lunatic.
Yeah.
You belong here.
You hear voices. See? We need to help you.
So I take it they was putting people on pharmaceutical drugs a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Deeming them incompetent and writing down and recording, because that was a video now, recording so that the witness, it can be lawful.
We got your whole file. We got your videotape proving what we're saying on the file. Yeah, like you said, it's lawful now. You're being evaluated.
So now,
what do they call that?
Now we can take what can happen if you're incompetent.
Now we can take your name.
No,
you're incompetent.
We can take your assets. We can hold trust. See, you saying it wrong. Right idea.
Yeah,
but you got to structure it in a way. You got to structure it in a way that's understandable in law. What did they do?
Yeah, because they take your assets and your inheritance.
Bingo. So they hold what over you?
Now they holding ward over you in your trust.
Listen, Taj in the chat room said custodianship
Yeah, they become fiduciary.
over the trust that was created for you.
Exactly. You're not able to handle your own affairs
So
because you're incompetent.
that became your Lloyds and your little Illuminati little groups who think they better than people. They got the initial money is off of the incompetence of people who need to be looked after and or dead in the law. Both same thing. Minors dead in the law, this incompetent, it's all one. It's all writing with this trust law. It all operates under this. You're still incompetent.
Correct.
Yes.
Unable to speak. You barred. You need help.
So that's all that they were doing. Collecting enough evidence and writing down enough that will deem you incompetent. Once deemed incompetent, X, dead to the law, or minor and need to be under the care of Central State.
They got you now.
Now you're state property.
Ooh.
Now you're state property. So if they can create a whole system, a whole generation of people born into state property ways of thinking, they will think this is normal. This is the process.
Right. Right. You don't know nothing other than incompetent.
Okay, so you're on a one-way trip to where?
To the penal colony or to the
You
same
going to jail. Are you going to the grave?
Yeah.
Everybody knows the life of a black male, of a young, no fairy tales for this young black male. He goes to the asylum.
Yep.
Where X marks the spot. Press 1.
That's the whole, the whole thing.
Exactly.
Dead or in jail.
So is that in reality? Is that the way we're supposed to be living? No. We are the children of those who were raised in this sense and taught us how to maneuver within.
Right. And we've been denied life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Through that whole process. Born dead, born lifeless. And we think it's normal because the generations before us was done this way. Yes, sir. Proving it. Can you hear me, Kill?
Yeah, so now we are products and wards of the asylum. Need to be taken care of. And the governor is the warden.
The warden.
Right. So
Dang, I'm thinking about
when we're born,
they still do it.
We're born black in the law, in need of custodianship.
Definitely.
See how it works?
I was telling.
This is the process of how it works. What you about to say?
I was I told you this before. Like even in Houston, whole neighborhoods are called wards. And it's nothing but our people, born black,
Wards of the state,
wards of the state.
presumed
Yeah.
guilty or presumed dead.
Dead. Yep.
All of our whole lifestyle on how we live is governed from this penal central state asylum prison system. So their laws there has resulted in what we got now. So deeming us central state property, you are a slave. You are black. This is where black comes from.
Now,
Black comes from being dead in the law. You are guilty. You are a lifer without the possibility of parole.
oh, parole. Wow.
So when I did the lecture on life without the possibility of parole, I mean that.
It's literal. Just gotta understand how it's done.
Yes,
You right?
you are guilty and dead are but guilty and serving a sentence. That's your status in this life, is to serve a sentence of life without ever being able to represent yourself or speak. Remember that movie
Yeah, 'cause
Life?
how could you? Yeah, with Martin and Eddie Murphy.
They laughed at that, right?
Right.
It's a comedy.
Everybody that was there started disappearing.
Yep. They was all dying, huh?
Yep.
And they
They
put
got
them
their
on the
land
property,
back,
right?
fading away. Say that again.
They was putting the bodies on the property. You will never see these
Oh
people.
yeah. Yep. They gone. They in the ground, mass grave.
Mass grave.
Yep.
That's how you know it was a prison. A concentration camp.
They made it like a comedy. But
Yes.
It's really what's going on.
Because that's what white supremacy do. White supremacists want you to look at your genocide and laugh and have fun and be entertained and not take life serious or your history or to ever to get to the real legal issue here. They rather you play around, watch, come up with wonderful conspiracy theories, not follow the paperwork, not follow nothing, come up with your own theories. I don't care, long as it's federally recognized. This isn't. This is supremely recognized, not federally. And I'm not looking for federal recognition because they won't. They're having a hard problem with Candace Owens right now. My thing is Supreme Court improving all things, not to sit here and hold your hand and pretend like you learning. No, don't say KevRow. KevRow is to be dead until we are not no more. So if you want to be KevRow, then you got to try your best to come from an unsound mind. Why? Because that came from the state.
Yeah, exactly. An unsound mind is deemed incompetent.
That's right.
Dead. So before I can do anything, I gotta learn and have a sound mind.
That's right. Understand these words and what they mean in these different laws. Do you got to memorize it? No. Just get in the flow. Just get used to speaking, okay, with intelligent people. And you can do that here. You can sharpen your own iron and come here with the intent to speak, because everybody's not connected to this, but everybody can research and spread the truth. So that's the blessing in it. But our people have been done in a way, and the mindsets is still stuck here in a dead state. What state? Central state.
Straight up. Central state. Central state of mind. Dead.
Central State Asylum, where they have programmed our people to be dead in the law, and that's the only way we could have been citizens. This is the original citizenship record right here. You got to go to the hospital to see if you deemed competent. Dead. Retarded.
Oh, look. Even in court, they got the same thing. What were we talking about a while ago?
What?
Evaluation. That's what we was watching. We gonna evaluate you to see if you're competent. That's what they did to that lady, to that sister. She was being evaluated and recorded at the same time.
And she wasn't the only one. All of them was.
Yes, sir.
They go get the man right off the street like they did Martin and Eddie Murphy and say, come here. And the more you say, I didn't do it, the more they think you got a goddamn mental condition. Because you saying, no, it's not me. And they saying, nigga, that's a mental condition here. So, sir,
take these pills.
It's facts. And when we get there, just remember the truth. So thank you for the call. Let me read this last little bit of info about the alienness. And I'm going to hit you right after the show, champ.
Yes, sir.
My man. Yeah, I want to keep our minds focused, but I need my people to support this broadcast. Life without the possibility of parole is important because it's not just a movie, it's a way of life. We had to be deemed incompetent for them to even say, okay. Okay? Then you had to believe the way they told you to believe. Look in her eyes. You had to believe the way they told it, or what was they going to do? Who knows? Who knows? And if she had a baby, they was going to grow up mentally insane as well. If they had a baby, they would also think Jesus this way. And if the next group of sons and the next group of sons, that's where the reprogramming center is. It's to beat the living sense out of you until you conform into the way they think and deserve your shit. You are to never have a name and be linked to your ancestry or your forefathers. Why? You know why? Because this white man world. That's why. And you don't deserve your own family lineage because there's some better white people from Ukraine and who's suffering and who need your shit more than you. It's some Asian Chinese folk who worked on the railroad for me, who I believe deserve it more than you. Press one. There's some Indians in India that helped during the revolutionary process that's been here since the beginning. There's some African Moors, some goddamn where, who needs to be accepted here. Press one. That's why. Because some gays need y'all money. Some Asians need y'all money. Blue Lives Matter need your money. Black Lives Matter need your money. I need it. I need it. I need your vote and I need your damn money. I don't got none. Yes, you do. You got to go to jail for us to get it, though. You know what? You got to vote for me so you can go to prison and be deemed incompetent so I can get it from you. So vote for me so I can send you to prison and put charges on you. Matter of fact, we going to let the women run your niggas. Hey, ladies, if they disobey, send them to us. But one, if they think of being a man around you and telling you what you gonna do, just call on Tyrone and we'll handle his little ass right there. Press one, you got a badass kid that you can't deal with because the daddy ran out on you. Press 1, call us. We'll set his ass straight. Sign up right here at 911, 1-800-911. So your kid and your man can be indoctrinated and put through the genocide process too. Press 1. And I tell you what, you can visit his ass when he up here so he can get some act right. Ain't nothing worse than seeing the one who put you in jail come up there and say, oh, this was a bad... You feel what I'm saying, family? This woman, they forced our people. And you cannot force people to be black or incompetent or with Down syndrome. You cannot force a nation of people because you feel you can manage their belongings better. This was the whole point of King. This was the whole point of whooping your ass for taking things that don't belong to you. Huh? Because the Freedmen Bureau, the Federal Bureau of Freedmen, been running a psychological Candace Owens gaslighting script with Ben Shapiro and the Jews and the Russians and the agents to gaslight us. We shouldn't care about none of these problems. I say recycle, reduce, reuse, and close the loop. Press 1, close the portal. We got to close the portal. We got to start thinking for self so that we stop with our handout. I don't even want no reparation. Why? Because I'm going to treat it like it's a casino anyway. I like working hard for my money. So this is just. I don't even want the reparations. Get that to them. Press 1. This is just. I don't even want nothing. People, just support the broadcast. You got a fighter on your hands. And I'm no Jake Paul. Believe me. Press 1. When we strike, nations fall. When we strike, shit, nigga, rockets fall out the air. Holograms go up in replace of what used to be there. People go to prison and niggas die. Quit fucking with us. G14 classified. That's what we do. We solve history's mystery. Press 1, that's what we do. And to me, black people in America was deemed black in law and need to be reclassified in their names and their statuses. They need to be reconnected with their family members who are being held captive by, just like Adolf Hitler said, by the federal government and won't allow us because they're playing trustee over something that don't belong and our men won't speak. That's why. So help me close the damn portal. And you got to speak here. You got to, if your name on the list, you got to speak. If your name on the list and you don't speak, I'm going to pass your motherfucking name right up when I'm reading off the names. And I'm going to say, God bless this person, but your great-great-great-grandson was too coward enough to speak truth to power. They think they got to sign a petition. They don't know they words direct tomorrow, nigga. They don't know they thought processes when unified controls tomorrow entertainment, nigga. They don't even know that. They so fragmented in the mind, they can't even think past motherfucking the next pair of Michael Jordan shoes or what the next nigga got. Press what? They just fragmented. Let's heal we can change the world. If I'm doing this by myself, imagine what we can do together. Press 1. Don't support the phony. Support the real. How do people real? They don't care about our communities. Oh, and no more is over here. I'm no more. Press 1. I'm no more. I'm nothing but a person whose family lineage was wiped out due to the federal government and the alienist. Press 1. That's what. And I said, if people support, I will stay and read. And somebody support it. Shout out to y'all. I will stay and read. Hey, keep your ass in class, Kev. All right. Courtesy of the mob. Courtesy of the row. This is what I'm reading today. This is the introduction to Monday. Take notes. If you need this and you on the Patreon, shout out to the sponsors. Let me know. I will post it for you to have. These are just notes. This is not your book. Don't get silly. Don't get fucking silly. This is our curriculum. Press 1. The Alienist and the Invention of Madness is what I'm reading. It's an introduction into who did this to you. Press 1. Who did this? Okay, and I've read this before, but we missed it. And I don't think people understood the importance of this word. This is like the psychologist, the alienist, the one who is in charge of being the witness or putting that camera there to deem you mad, lunatic, seeing Jesus in your brain and all that stuff the sister was saying, just to be regular. It's important to understand where this come from. I just didn't make the term up, the alienist. Okay? Okay, the alienist was not born in the hospital, but in the courtroom, the church, and the colony. He was the new priest of the empire, the interpreter between the master and the mind of a slave. Press 1. His science began as justification. A language, this is psychology now. This is a science of psychology. A language to explain why certain men must remain under control. This black man, but we say certain. Madness was the verdict, not the diagnosis. To call a man mad was to declare him legally dead. And once dead in law, his land, his labor, and legacy can be seized without conscience. So this is the X. You follow me? This is the X. I did all these years on YouTube. This is where we're supposed to be. Okay? So once you are deemed legally dead, they can come in and do anything. You ever seen the local drug dealer go to jail and you know he about to be in there? You know what we finna do. Sorry, buddy. Legally seizure. I'm just not me, but I'm saying that's the theater of it. The alienist replaced the slave auctioneer, standing between God and government as the translator of what? Sanity. This machine required no whips, but its weapons were what? Words. The phrase mental defect, imbecile, and non-compos mentis, which is my book, became the chains of the civilized age. That's 1900s and up to now. Psychiatry provided a moral license for perpetual servitude. It told the world that black men were biologically predisposed to insanity, that freedom itself triggered delusion, and that the obedience was the only proof of health. Thus, every cry for justice can be clinically neutralized with words disguised as mental illness. Okay? The plantation evolved, which you know as the plantation, evolved into the asylum, and the plantation master into the alienist. Press 1. No, not witch doctor. Nelda B. You writing things? Focus. Don't just be writing things. Nothing that you saying is lining up with nothing that I got that I'm saying here. Stay with me. Stay with me. Don't be in the quick to just try to, don't translate me. I translate myself. The phrase mental defect, or look, it told the world that black men were biologically predisposed to insanity. That's what being black is. It's a statistical breakdown. The colonial doctors of the 19th century were the architects of this system. See, you got to use words here. Yeah, using witch doctor and all that. You gotta speak here. They labeled rebellion what? Dropatania, and disposed mental illness that made slaves run away. This is why slaves ran. Not because they were scared. They ran because they had a mental disease. They had a mental illness. Huh? They called self-education mania of independence. This is why you couldn't read, because you're going to get called what? You're going to get taken to the lunacy house. To dream of freedom was to be diseased. The asylum became the new plantation, where the same men who broke bodies now broke the mind. The courts collaborated, transferring wards of state to medical custody, ensuring that the state remained in the hands of the trustee. The diagnosis was the deed transfer. In America, this became institutionalized through the merging of psychiatry and jurisprudence. The same government that declared us free declared you mentally unfit. Freedmen's hospitals, workhouses, and prisons were indistinguishable, each a holding center for the socially alienated. This so-called mental health system was a penal network designed to manage the human residue of emancipation. Emancipation was seen as what? A mental illness. They were not treating illness, they were managing property. The crazy Negro stereotype, the perfect legal mechanism to remove us from what? Commerce, and claim our estate as a bandit. And let me stop right there. It's just page 1. Let me just stop right there. That's how your note's supposed to look. Your notes is supposed to be well explained, not going off into other things. Each subject matter, from alienation to the origin of madness and lunacy and idiocy and astronaut and all of this science fiction, leads to legal fictions. It's all dealing with the mind and the action. Okay? So I don't want to continue on and we learning. We're learning right now. KevRow. Make sure y'all support this broadcast. The more, you know what I'm saying, I see the people getting engaged, the more Kev will take his days off and come in here and still deliver. Because Monday, it's lecture on top of lecture. Lots of reading, lots of note taking, lots of this. You know what I'm saying? Less music, more of this. Like I said, I can have fun on my other page, but it's going to be more of geared towards the students, the sponsors, and the way this information needs to be crafted, because it's tough. It's tough taking this all in, and you can't fit it all in one thing. So I thank y'all for coming in on Saturday or Sunday, tuning in to this program. Shout out to the people who support. Please support. We need y'all support. And as always, of course, I'll holla.